but I just want to look at the concept of consistency again. And the reason I'm pushing this is because I'm thinking there is high probability that you start to do something and it's not delivering the kind of result you're waiting to get, and then irreversibility start to come in from that place. What do they call that in English?
Yes. Okay, depression with that.
Yes, on one part that's depression because you're not getting the kind of result you're looking for. You become tired, you want to give up, right?
Yes.
So those kind of a thing will set in when you get to a point where you seem to be doing everything you're supposed to do, and the result that you're supposed to get is not forthcoming. So we're considering that today, consistency for what you are doing for your life, for every other thing you're doing. That is, it's not just about you starting to do something, is your ability to see it through to finish. And if I ask us here, almost everyone here, we have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 things that we started. Not only have we not finished it, we have given up trying it entirely. We have given up working at it entirely. So, I want us to consider that today. And as we go on, I should be able to talk about how some results will come almost immediately, it will be evident, it will come fast, and while some others will be kind of delayed or will take longer time to deliver. Or in spite of the differences in the time it takes for a result to deliver for different people, for different industry, for different endeavor, consistency is still key. Consistency is still very much key. Even when it looks as though this is becoming a waste of time. And all you might just need is one more step, one more push. Alright, so let's look at what consistency means together in the first place. Before we even take it literally. Who's helping us? What does it mean, consistency?
They call it the way of always behaving or performing a task in a similar way.
Let's check if there is any other, but that's one way to look at it.
Me, I would say consistency may be defined as doing a particular thing repeatedly, irrespective of the result.
Okay, that's another one. Who again is giving us another option?
When someone is repeatedly performing a routine repeatedly, doing it consistently, I can't really come up with another thing at the moment.
Okay. Now, if we look at all of these definitions, you see that if we look at all of these definitions, you see that either in the way of doing something or in a particular thing that you're doing, the word repeatedly comes again and again. And that means if you're to be consistent in doing a thing, by the reason of consistency, it means you have a way of doing it. And then it means that you can be consistent in a way of doing one particular thing, or be consistent at doing one thing. I'll say that I will expand on that a little. That is, if you're a painter, you have a way of painting. Probably that's why people even like you. Or let me say it in this way that's interesting to buttress what I'm trying to drive home eventually with consistency. That you find out that let's say if you brush down while painting, let's say you are painting a house, a building or whatever. Let's say if you brush it down, you discover that way the painting fades or wash off easily. That's if it's a possible thing. I'm just giving a scenario now. So for your paint to last longer, you are supposed to brush it up, right? And you know that's the way to make this thing last. And then it's like what you call the best practice, and you're doing it. But with that, people are not exactly calling you to give you a job, even though they know when you paint, it lasts longer than what anybody or everybody in the industry can do. But you keep doing it with that, there's no special recognition. You keep doing that, there's no special gig. Nobody's really calling you for some reason. And at that point, you are seeing a lot of people who brush downward, who brush aside and stuff like that, and their result is not even as good as yours, or at least in the immediate. And they are getting all the jobs, they are getting the recognitions, and they are doing all of those things. You begin to contemplate, will I not start brushing the way everybody's brushing? So at least now that's where consistency comes in. That is, there's a particular result you're waiting to get, but it's not forthcoming. At this point is where your consistency comes in. That is, in spite of what I'm getting now, I'm willing to keep doing this thing this way that is supposed to be done until the result I'm waiting for begins to show. And so, with consistency is what is called discipline. Because you won't be able to be consistent without discipline. What it means when you embrace consistency is a lot of things will happen outside of what you're looking to get that will encourage you to deviate from what you're doing. It's discipline that will tell you to stay put. It's discipline that will help you stay focused. That is, either the result is palatable or not, you stay at it. Either it is convenient or not, you stay at it. Either the result you're looking for is what you get or not, you stay at it. And that's where it gets interesting. You see, it's what makes the difference between those who are jack of all trades and still are known for nothing, and those who are known for just one thing. And I'm bringing that to us today to say it's important that we begin to embrace consistency in the things that we do. Right? So if I talk about the things we do, I'm now coming back to your business, your career, your skill that you're learning. You are learning, what is that thing you are doing presently again, Glitters?
Actually,
that training, that thing that you
it's interior design and rendering.
Okay. So, you are doing interior design and rendering. See how long it has been. Imagine that you are back here, for instance, or even at that place where you are, if you decide to go with the painting you do normally, you know how much you are likely to have made. And now, with rendering and modeling, how much have you made?
Zero.
Exactly. So, to a large extent, it can be enough reason for you to say, perhaps I should go back to my painting. Let me do what I have to do. I can always learn it later. I can always do this later. But the truth remains that if you keep moving in different places for the sake of the immediate result that you're looking to get, you eventually will not be known for anything serious. And you being known for anything serious is not even the point, but that you yourself will eventually come to that point where you have a tangible result for what you do. You cannot deliver exceptional results. You cannot book premium price, you cannot place premium price on your service, you cannot speak to people on the service as an authority in that field or in that skill. And the only reason it happens that way is because you are unable to stay long enough, you are unable to stay consistent with it. And I'm not just saying this for you to see, I think to a large extent it's something I've experienced, it's something I've seen, it's something I've done again and again. And I'm coming to realize that really, it's actually not the way to go. So if eventually it is your plan to do one thing and one thing alone, it's better to stay with that one thing. Either you're getting results or not, you stay with it. You begin to learn different ways and better ways of doing it to achieve the result you're looking for, right? But to say it is not delivering today, you move on to something else tomorrow, it is not delivering tomorrow, you move to something else day after. It's just a way of having head knowledge about many things and never being able to deliver on anything. And that's not where you want to be. I was saying some time ago that if it's about money, there are a lot of ways to make money. And to a large extent, you're going to make it, some of them you can even make very fast. But one thing that will remain true is you will never be able to make the biggest money possible in any field if you are not consistent in any field. So consistency means that when the things are delivering what you expect them to deliver, you stay there. When they are not delivering, you stay there. When the market for that industry is good, you stay there. When the market for that industry is bad, you stay there. That is consistency. So in consistency, you may not have different ways of doing the same thing, different approach to the same thing, different understanding of the same thing, different perspective to the same thing. But at least you can boldly say, this one thing I do. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you are going to have one business in particular that you start with. You do that one business, you do it well. It delivers results at the end of the day. It might take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, sometimes maybe 10 years. But one thing is certain, I'm a business person. By the time that one business delivers in scale, it becomes easy for you to pick up some other businesses you want to do. But you won't be an entrepreneur and then market is not good today, tomorrow we discover that you are seeking employment. And day after you discover that crypto is paying, you left your employment, you go and do crypto. And then the bear market comes, you want to go and learn data analysis. Then you discover that you have learned data analysis, your CV is there, everything is there, it's not working, then you want to go and start car wash business. You can't keep moving like that and deliver anything renowned, anything valuable, right? So this is the reason I'm pushing the word consistency again, because it will be like what the Yoruba used to say, that agbede tó lu irin lójú kan àmì lórí. There is something he has, there is a reason. I don't know if you have seen those people and they put the metal or the iron in fire. The thing is hot and they are beating the thing and it looks as though it's not changing shape. Yeah, they keep beating it. They put it in the fire again, they bring it out, they keep beating it until eventually. That's more like consistency in practical sense. You will stay. So I want us to go from here laser focused on our goals. Decide that one thing. like I'm saying, next week we're going to come back to maybe goals, growth, all of those things around you that you need to do in your effort to stay consistent with what you want to do, right? So for what it is, consistency would be your ability to stay through when things are not exactly fine. I think another word in that place is grit. That is your ability to stay when things are not exactly palatable. They are not exactly encouraging. They are not exactly sweet. But there are things that you have to stay with until you deliver. So I'm saying to us, in the next 5 years, can people look back to us and say, this guy has been consistent over the years? And they look at it. His farm is now in 3 states. They say, why are you not doing crypto? I know about crypto, but this is what I do. They say, this guy is into construction, interior design, or whatever. So he's been there for how many years now? Oh, he's now the owner of Glitters Interiors. That kind of a thing. But really, it doesn't come overnight. Because until you take certain steps, you won't know the obstacles involved. And until you have overcome certain obstacles, there are certain results you cannot get. And that's the reason for the consistency we're looking for. So, for my grad, I want to do medicine. It means whatever book you have read in time past, they are a joke compared to what you are going to do in the next 7 years. And is it going to be easy? No. And that you have read before does not mean this new reading you want to do is going to be easy. So in spite of all of those discouragements, those struggles, those what do I call it now? Discouragement, troubles, weariness, tiredness that you face all along the way. You just have to stay there. On the days that you have headache, you still read. The days that you are hungry, you still read. The days that you are not feeling exactly well, you still read. And you do it again and again and again until the result you are looking for delivers. Now, this is where it gets interesting. That even after the result you are looking for has been delivered, at this point, it's even more crucial to stay consistent if that result must be maintained or built upon. So that's basically to tell us that there's actually no end to consistency. Once you pick where you want to go, the path you want to follow, the way you want to go, your consistency is throughout your entire life in that industry until you no longer exist there again. But for as long as you're there, you have to stay consistent. There's no end to it. So I wish I can tell you that just do this for 10 years and you'll be fine. No. For as long as you want to be relevant in that industry, you have to be consistent. So those people who have been consistent on LinkedIn over a period of time, doing the same thing again and again, some of them are getting some recognition already. Some of them, their posts are starting to go viral. Whereas those of us who couldn't stay consistent, we're almost still at the same point where we used to be, right? For those who have been doing a particular thing for the past 10 years, they are beginning to get the recognitions that they require. And so it is for you and I. If we start anything, let's make sure we finish it. And by that, it means everything that is required of us in between the start and the finish, we must do. Either it is sweet or not, either it is bitter or not, either it is ugly or not, either it is fine or not. We just have to do it. So this is me saying to us this morning that we go again, not just in pursuit of the results, but in our cry to stay true all through the time to make sure that those things that must be done in between are properly done. The time that it is sweet or not, we stay there. It's rainy or it's sunny, we stay there. It's fine or not, we stay there. And that's the way to go. So I want us to look at the things that we're doing. Your interior rendering, your data analysis course, your poultry farm, your medical school, your Web3 work, anything at all. If it stops delivering value today, will you still continue tomorrow? How consistent can you exactly be? Because today we can talk about all kinds of people that we are hearing about today, all businesses that make big names, people that are doing big in our industry. We can look at them and say, I want to be like this person. But have we taken time to listen to their story, to ask them how long they've been in the industry before they start to get the recognition they now enjoy today? And so, this is my pep talk this morning to tell you all and myself that it's important to stay consistent. Keep doing that same thing. If you are keeping to start doing one thing, find different ways of doing it so that you can do it better. If you are doing one thing and you have a way of doing it, find better approaches to that one way of doing it so that you can do it better in that way. So my people, let's keep it going. If you start a thing, make sure you finish it. Stay consistent until your result delivers. And when it delivers, you still keep going because there's always more. And that's been helpful to somebody this morning. Thank you for coming to my pep talk.
Thank you very much. That was impactful.
Alright, thank you for that.
No, thank you very much, Larry.
Listen,
I've come to realize that we are not consistent. Just more or less like you are not serious. Because if you are jumping from one business or venture to another, you just discover that you might make big money here. But that big money, if you are not careful, that will be your biggest money that you ever made. But if you are well grounded in your craft, you can be well assured that you will not be broke. Because that money that you made, you still make it again. Because you have the capacity to produce that kind of money. But we are jumping from one point to another. Let's say you make 50k in crypto. Based on say you just show trade. When bear markets come, you go collect the money. And you might not get that opportunity that gave you that 50k. You might not get it before. But if you have this skill gone, you'll be sure that that skill that gave you that 50k can still give you 100k and above. And that's power of consistency and knowing one's on you very well. So consistency is very, very important.
thank you for that. Thank you for chipping that in. It's very important, really. Because let me just say this. One thing I've discovered that of almost every industry have what I call the welcome package. They give it to you. But after that time is when you have the real experience. Imagine you come to crypto, your first or second trade, boom, you hit profits. And it looks to you like this is the way it's going to be. You come into real estate, the first property you buy turn out to be a profit. You come into even painting, almost any work, you have one or two relatives or people you know that will recommend you. You get a job that comes out in profit. But after then, you discover that even people that you think should vouch for you cannot vouch for you. And not because you did not do your work well. It's just what it is in every industry. The welcome package is over. It's now time for you to work your way into whatever you want. So if at that point you don't give up, it means all the accolades and the big results that are ahead of you, you lose the probability of ever achieving them. That's why it's important to stay consistent. Anytime, any day, stay consistent. If you are migrating, let's say you want to change industry, or you want to change business, you want to change career, at least think it through and know that this is what I want to do for a very long period of my life. And if that's it, once you move, you are going to pay the fees of coming to that industry. First, they are going to give you the welcome package, but after that time, you have to pay the dues. You are going to be there when the market is not good, when the career is not going well. And if you give up at that point, you are going to start from the beginning again. You don't want to keep going
Yes.
in cycles like that. So, as a result of that, you see the importance of staying consistent. You don't want to up from one business to another, jump from one to another, and at the end of the day, you are not exactly known for anything. So, your speaking career, take it seriously and stay on it and at it. Keep talking. Your business career, keep building, and at the end, it will be worth the troubles. Probably I should give you 15 ways to stay consistent. Of all of those things that I could have said, it just simply remains that you just have to stay consistent. You can read everything you have to read to know different ways of staying consistent. Right? What books you have to read, how you have to understand yourself, what time really works best for you, but whichever way. Like belonging to a certain group of people, association, people that help you do whatever you want to do at the time you're supposed to do it, that encourage you, that motivate you. All of those things, they are very important. But in all of this, the main work still remains with you. Not giving it up when it gets tough. That's how you become consistent. It's just you staying consistent. Right? Right. That'll be it for today.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
More grace to your help.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.